All right, Mr. Flores, today is your plea deadline date. Have you reached an agreement or are you requesting a jury trial?
I was in the S, Your Honor. Is there any way I could get another counsel to represent me?
All right, so let me explain some things to you.
Yes, ma'am.
I've been a defense attorney. I've been a prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
This is what I've discovered in I say my short time on the planet, but I'm in the twilight of my life because there's more time behind me than in front of me,
Yes, ma'am.
unless I'm planning to live to be 120. I don't know if I want to do that or not.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is what I discovered as a defense attorney. I would have clients, and let me just tell you, just like the series, the Guns of Will Sonnet, no brag, just facts. When I would have a client, a lot of attorneys, as a part of our giving back to the community, we represent clients on the appointment wheel. What I can tell you is attorneys who are representing clients on the appointment wheel, they're not paid enough money for what they do. I wasn't paid enough money for what I do. But all of my clients, whether they were retained or appointed, they got the Cadillac service, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I would have some clients that would get upset with me because they wanted their case dismissed. They would think that I would just be walking around with dismissals in my pocket and maybe I wasn't pulling it out and signing it for them.
That's understandable.
And I would tell them, look, I can tell the state, hey, your case is bad. This is the problems with your case. Maybe you should dismiss it. At the end of the day, if the state doesn't want to dismiss it and they want to roll the dice and go to jury trial, they can do it. Sometimes I would have clients, they would say, you know what? I want the state to offer me probation.
Yes.
The state would say, hey, I'm not giving this person probation. So the way the legal system works, this is how it works. Your attorney will review all of the evidence that's been given to them.
Yes.
When I was attorney, I would tell my client, hey, these are the good points about your case. These are the bad points about your case. If this witness is here, and if they testify to what's in the police report, state will have proved their case normally, right? And so then I would have clients who'd say, hey, go to the state. Let's see what they'll offer me. And I would go to the state. I would do negotiations. They would present an offer to me. And legally and ethically, I had to give that offer to my client. So I would come back and tell my client, hey, this is what the state has offered. Sometimes my client would say like, ooh, great, I'll take that. Sometimes my clients would say, hey, I'm not accepting that offer, but I'll accept this offer, which is a counter offer. Then as an attorney, I was legally and ethically bound to go to the state and say, hey, my client will not accept this offer, but this is what they will accept. Then the state, you know what they can say? All right, we'll give your client that. Or either sometimes the state would say, no, this is our offer and this is the only offer we're tendering.
Yes, ma'am.
And then it would be the client's choice whether they accept it or not accept it. There would be some cases they would have my client on video in HGD. Their mom would have already given a statement and told somebody, that's my son on the video. And you know what I would end up telling my client? Hey, look, I am going to fight as hard as I can for you at trial. I'm going to force the case to prove their case. But maybe the only way you're going to be found not guilty, if God sends his angels down and tap 12 jurors on their shoulder and say, find this person not guilty, I have other plans for them.
Yes, ma'am.
But I would always tell my clients, you need to look at your case objectively and look at it and then make a decision on whether you want to go to trial or not go to trial. What I can tell you is this attorney has tried cases before. What you're charged with, he's definitely tried these type of cases before. And so if you want another attorney, you are going to have to retain your own attorney. I'm sure the offer that he has tendered you is what the state is offering.
It's not that. It's one of the first offer they gave me.
No. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Your plea negotiations with the state
Well, remember.
are confidential.
Okay.
So you're not supposed to tell me what the offer was or what they're doing.
Excuse me. It's because I remember I had another attorney, but then I had two attorneys, which was I don't know who to remember, and then so he had the offer for me already, and
Yeah.
then so then I had to get assigned to him because he
Sometimes, let me just
all
tell
the
you,
entities.
you know why?
The same offer that they offered me he can't even go ask them.
You know why?
You know what I mean? Like,
This
no
is what-
effort is what I'm saying.
No. This is what I want you to understand. Sometimes people will be appointed attorney, and that attorney, the level that they have on the wheel is like maybe a state jail. And that's what they've been approved to try. Some attorneys, they have not been approved to try third-degree felonies or first-degree felonies. So sometimes people will come to court, and like yourself, they'll maybe have a second-degree felony or a third-degree felony or a state jail felony. And the state will make an offer based upon the state jail felony or the third-degree felony. Then, out of the blue, another case will come down, and then that case will be a first-degree felony. And then the state will say, hey, he has another case that's a first-degree felony. We're not offering the same thing. You know, it's similar to if somebody is charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle. That's a state jail felony. You get appointed an attorney, and the attorney that is appointed to you is an attorney who's had the necessary trials to be approved to be appointed to a state jail felony. So everything's going fine. The state has made their offer. Then bam, a case gets indicted. It's a first-degree felony. Let's say it's an aggravated robbery, and that attorney will come to the court and say, Judge, I'm not approved to try cases that are first-degree felonies. So then you get another attorney, and when you get that other attorney, if the state were making an offer based on the fact that you only had a state jail felony, and now you have a first-degree felony, normally they're going to change that offer, and that offer change is normally not going to be in your favor. So it's going to be different. So the fact that you have this attorney here and the offer is not now different, it's probably about the new case and not the fact that he has done something differently.
It was all the cases.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So I will tell you, this is your attorney. Today is your plea deadline date. You need to let me know whether or not you've reached an agreement with the state. If you have not reached an agreement with the state, that is fine with the court. This is just a time where I give people your last time to perhaps come to an agreement. And then after that, you're either going to a jury trial or a bench trial. If you come to me for a bench trial, if the state proves its case beyond a reasonable doubt, I'm going to find you guilty. If they don't prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, I'm going to find you not guilty. And for me as a judge, whether you're charged with murder or state jail felony or criminal mischief, if it's a murder case and the state doesn't prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, I'm finding you not guilty. If they prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, I'm finding you guilty because I'm just here to follow the law. You understand? So today you need to make a decision on whether or not you have reached an agreement with the state.
So I can't have another counsel.
No. Did you not hear what I said?
Okay.
No.
No, I heard you.
Yeah, no, you cannot. This is your attorney.
Okay.
All right. So I'll let y'all sit and discuss it. And when you're
Thank
ready
you.
to approach, I'll take the matter up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.